Hello everyone, this is Gorax. In today's video I'm gonna show you how to clear Grave of Wrath at the maximum level using free-to-play heroes without Garrus, Buff, or any debuff immunity. Let's go! The team we're going to use today will consist of 2 rare heroes and 3 epic heroes. The new epic heroes that we will use will be Gerfen, which will be our main damage dealer. We'll use Bledin, who will be able to enable her. We will use Gulal to provide us with attack penalty. We'll use Dueling as a tank to absorb damage from his teammates. And we'll use Quarion to heal. Now, before we start, let's talk about the strategy. The main strategy against this boss requires you to have one of the two things. Either enough resistance or someone with debuff immunity. In this round, we're gonna go with a team without debuff immunity. We will focus on resistance. So the easiest way to do it is start farming Heretical Ruins, start farming Ancient Battlefield, get runes, especially runes, negative ones from the Ancient Battlefield. You can farm it at level 8 before you tackle level 9 Grave of Wrath. Grave of Wrath is not as important as other dungeons, but it provides a very good set that you might use for PvP or a good PvE set as well. So as I said, the most important thing here would be to get enough resistance, and we should aim at around 280 or around 300. Even 300 will not guarantee us constant resist, because this is how the game works. However, if you get enough resistance plus the affinity resistance, remember that's also important, you can get up to 50 resistance, you'll be resisting most of this poison or debuffs. And I will highly suggest running resistance rune on your healer and your tank, because you don't want this to be delayed. Damage dealers, they can go without resistance, but if you get healing prohibition, you might suffer. But as you can see, I'm even using a purple rune with 80 resistance here, while also having a resistance chest, which gives me a total of 200. But with a yellow rune, you can get a total of 240 resistance, which in most cases with affinity is enough. So that's the main strategy here. Or if you don't want to work around the resistance on your heroes, you can bring in another hero that will work well with this team especially. It might be Catherine. She actually grants us debuff immunity, so we don't need to worry about the resistance. There are a few other heroes in different affinities like Fia or Gladros. But since we're gonna run Ice Blast team, we'll use this team. Let's go over equipment and setting heroes. So we have Dueling, our defensive hero. We're gonna put on him defensive stats. We want as much defense as possible because the boss will chew him and spit him out. So we want him to survive. But we also want resistance. As you can see, I'm having resistance on all sub pieces, so I don't need to have resistance on the chest or resistance on the rune. And that's what you should do. With this Ancestral Protection gear, you can have a 60 resistance as well. So yeah, I'm at almost 241 here, plus 50 from Affinity. That adds up, okay? Now, second will be our healer, Quarion, a rare hero with an amazing complete recharge time on his ultimate, which means we'll be casting that at least once a rotation, plus we'll still be able to cast it very quickly. Grants defense up as well, a lower healing range, but overall very good. 15% target max HP healing, plus a 10% target max shield, and recovery over time for a single target every 9 seconds. And he gets a 20% chance of increasing healing, but if we give him a mirror, he will also have a 40% healing extra when our heroes drop below 30%. They will not. At this fight, they should not, but sometimes it might happen depending, obviously, on RNG. Now, our support, Gulal, he's here to apply Crown as well as attack penalty 2 through his skill. It's a 100% chance, so we need to make sure we have enough accuracy, as well as resistance of him if we go this resistance route. So to achieve that, we have resistance rune, we have resistance chest, and we have one accuracy set with skill haste because we need to lower that to be below 18 seconds. And we have accuracy over here, and all our substats are focusing on both accuracy and resistance. Main damage dealer, Garfin. Okay, Garfin and Ice Blast team is amazing when it comes to single target damage. We are expecting at least 80% crit rate. We'll get an extra 20 from her battle skill as long as we have someone to enable her. And we are aiming for huge crit damage. We don't really worry about attack, but we'll try to get it wherever we can. And again, we're going for this resistance, 240 resistance, 260 total, plus 50 affinity. That's more than enough. So she will still do amazing damage. And then we have Bledin, who will be the enabler and booster as well. He grants Garfin 20% attack up and grants her ice crystals so she can constantly spam her battle skill. In here, we can go for 2 sets. This is actually a mistake. Even with that mistake, I was able to clear it. The issue here is some of them look the same. So if we change this, now we'll have a set bonus that will make this fight even easier. And this is basically the team. We're not running any food. You can always bring resistance or defense food depending on what you need. If you die, then bring defense buff. If you're getting still debuffs, go for the resistance one. And same here. If you're dying, put max HP aura. If you're not, just put an attack aura to go faster. All right. So in our case, we're gonna play it safe and we're gonna put HP aura. And let's see the fight. Now, this fight will be played totally on auto. We have few castings that I should go over first. So let's do that. So our damage dealers, they only care about the first rotation. The second rotation will be random because Garfin has a way lower cooldown than our Bledin. So we want to avoid her waiting for Bledin. Next, we have our ally protection on cooldown, same as heals. We don't want to stop him healing, we want him to heal as much as possible. And that's pretty much it, so let's play the fight. So as you can see, despite having such a huge resistance everywhere, we are still getting debuffed, we're still getting this poison. But that's alright, I mean the poison is not the issue, it's everything else. If we get healing prohibition, it's not good, right? This will make our team break. And he's chewing our tank. Quarion's gonna heal. I mean, the tank will not die, and the tank absorbs the damage when he casts an ultimate. So you preferably want to cast the ultimate before those 2 skills. So if you can get it below 18 seconds, and you can with Incest Burner if you don't want to run Scarab, then yeah, go for it. It will help your team to survive because sometimes the Bledin dies, sometimes it can happen if they got the healing prohibition. And as you can see now, our tank has the healing prohibition. So we'll probably should have waited with Quarion's heal to have it, but since the boss is doing the ultimate, it's only our tank who will get damage. So he's getting chewed and spit out. And still got healing prohibition, as you can see. That's taking a longer than expected, but it's gonna fall. Sadly, we're gonna heal just now. But the thing with dueling is he is getting damage reduction the lower his HP is, and the boss just dies. So the lower his HP, the more tanky he is, the more damage he can take, and it's quite cool. It's like a last stand ability. So yeah, there you go. Start farming your legendary equipment. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe, bye!